I ain't gonna lie, I might just play Mahjong. I doubt it. I don't think that'll happen, but it's not impossible. That's more people. Let me... There you go. I'm gonna quit that.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Not now.
Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade? With a twist of lemon? Maybe lime? Maybe who cares? Just rum?
I'm good. True, it is all about money.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
Maybe I am.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
No, I'm done with mating rituals this time around. I don't know. Maybe I have. I had. I lost her. I'm done with mating rituals this time around.
The mating rituals aren't the good part, sweetie. I know it's none of my business, but you look like you need someone to take care of you. I suppose all of us do at one time or another. I don't know what I'd do without Morel. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Yeah.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Seem to be in a chair. How'd you like to roll with me? I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything. Sweetie needs money. Sweeties get money. Seem to be in a chair.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body.
Yeah.
Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
Grenade, did you fight in the war?
No, dear. I'm not quite that old. Although I was injured in the line of duty.
Were you a mountaineer?
Nothing so glamorous, dear. Though when I was young, I dreamt of planting the Revacholian flag on some figurative peak.
What'd you do?
I was a training and development manager at a rapidly expanding mail order shoe company. You'd think it would be a safe job, but
Nope.
I had to be everywhere, and well, once I happened to be under some faulty scaffolding. I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated exceptionally well. One can only dream of such payoffs nowadays.
Yeah. Sorry, as we mean to mention the wheelchair. Well, thanks for clearing it up for me.
No problem.
How'd you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, helping people, catching sequence killers, nothing else. Thinking of lyrics to a song, wanna roll with me. Hey, fuck it.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
True, that's my goat.
A partner who needs you to get back to helping the people of Martinez.
Kim, of course, I forgot I had you. I know. But there are also side mysteries, sequence killers and forays into the paranatural.
I can assure you with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Okay.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie. Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down.
You better not have like a hit to your morale because she doesn't want to join. I swear to God, bro, you better not.
Perhaps another time.
Okay.
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
You've got guns of steel and a chiseled jaw somewhere under the bloated alcohol layer. Maybe she'd like to sponsor you.
I'm not doing that.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry I don't have money for you. If there's anything else I can do for you, just ask. Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad. You know where we are, right?
Willing in Rag's cafeteria.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
That's located in Revachol.
Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol.
Revachol is the disgrace capital of the world, something like that.
Yes, great. See? We're getting somewhere. What else you know about our city of splendor? Tattered as she may be.
As I don't know diddly square about Revachol.
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
It's the spring of 51. The blight of 87?
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Now that you lost me. I think it's still like multi-party though, right?
Nope. Sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
Okay, I got you.
Meaning, buying is voting.
So it's not far off of current America. Okay.
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
So how'd I do?
You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
I mean, like a million people talked about the revolution, and I still don't really get it because they always say it in their weird, biased way.
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago. It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better.
I got you. Hey, thanks for your
Someone
time.
more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
New task. Get a reality lowdown. Okay.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Hell yeah. Okay, so I can go back there. Yo.
Real mature, man. What exactly were you trying to accomplish? You do understand you still owe me money, right?
Yeah.
Damn, your feet thought we got away.
Hey, you gotta understand, I was desperate.
You know what? The stupid drinks you've had are on the house. You know why? Because I know you can't pay for them. Not because you ran away. Now, I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window. That's 100 square.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Don't thank me yet. You still owe me 100 real. If you don't have it by tonight, I can't let you up there. Now, what the hell did you want? I assume you wanted something to come back here.
The trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
That's fair.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
Yeah, sure, we can prod.
Callous? What are you? Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the
11-day government.
communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
11-day. Yum yum, tell me more.
He killed himself.
Oh, jeez.
No one was implying you were, officer. Where were we?
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Can do.
Yes, have you got it? You must be joking, right? You come here, trash everything, and now you try to pay with a novelty check?
Yeah.
This isn't a game show. I'm not going to accept it. You owe me cold, hard money. I want to see that money in the palm of my hand. Every single cent.
You can cash it in at the local frit near the harbor gates, though it might not be enough to cover it.
A lot. For the room and broken window, 100 real.
Okay.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
Kim is about to say something, let him. Alright.
I understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment. Not until you bring me the money.
Okay, I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Alright.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here. What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
Oh, beautiful.
We should find out who the Lord faction is occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even men on strike.
You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Huh.
Oh yeah, let's talk.
Good question.
They're probably getting drunk or protesting something somewhere. Or laying low after the, lynching.
I think that's fair, but why is that?
They probably fucking killed that guy or something, and that's why.
Yeah, they could have.
I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance sooner or later.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes. Absolutely out of the question.
Aw.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit. Your body is ready, sire.
Alright,
Hey,
look around.
hey, yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
How come there's word on the
You
street?
keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
I've said some mildly left-wing things, but none of those.
Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Wait, first, what's this communism even about?
Failure. It's about failure.
Failure.
Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the spin. Where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist. Now get to work, comrade.
Okay, sure.
Oh yeah, get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready. Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
No, you don't need to break a million eggs. Fought gained? Okay, I guess he has thoughts now. -2 visual calculus? Why the fuck would I want that? Well, fuck that.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Up on Marvel Hill.
You don't really know, do you? South, maybe. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Damn, that's a lot of thoughts. Factual memory returns. Alright, good to know, good to know. I can maybe internalize that later. I don't know if communism's worth learning.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older. The door does not budge.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? Yes. I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in. Just to be thorough. As a side investigation. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Okay. We're gonna ask him about that right now.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?
Alright, well, thank you for your time.
You see a heavy steel door. The door does not.
Yep, let's look for a key. Maybe that'll come around. I mean, can I just like go back into my room? Okay, no. I got you. Hey.
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. Somewhere inside, a tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
We're gonna swallow the
The
emotion.
door is closed. Still no answer. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Still the lieutenant.
Yep, I guess we aren't sleeping, so.
Yes?
Well, I guess we gotta go to the Freddy. And where was the Freddy? Okay, you don't exactly tell me. Oh, she's gone. Okay. Alright, Freddy. Oh, great. The Freddy's closed. Fucking awesome, dude. Fucking great.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
I got you, I got you.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal. There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity. A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high. Mm-hmm. I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence.
Nice.
I don't know. Is it? I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back. No, that would be silly. I don't know why I kept them. It doesn't matter. I couldn't put them on this MC anyway. A cup with spinners. That would be outrageous.
Yeah, outrageously
He
cool.
flashes a smile, barely visible in the dark.
As I said, they're useless anyway. I should have remembered I have these earlier. Yes, there's one 100 meters south of here. I think it's called Roy's Nest or something. If I'm not mistaken, it should be open late.
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory under the Items tab. You can pawn these items when talking to Roy.
Got you, I got you.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
Alright, guess we're going south. Yo. My man.
If you don't mind, please put the flashlight away. Some of us have photonic sensitivities.
Sorry.
Photonic sensitivity is not generally acknowledged by the medical establishment.
Sorry about that.
I do appreciate it. It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately. RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
I guess I'll roll for that.
Okay, he definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it, and many other things besides. But you can't cut through the jumble of sensations to get to the answer. Looking at his wares, talking to him, that might give you more clues.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a misc banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
Nice.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course, I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you. Here's the 100 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
Thank you, thank you.
The rest is for him, to compensate for the pain of being separated from his radiant spinners.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Access your pawn menu.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Well, I feel like the cassette tape could come in handy. We're not giving away the handkerchief. I mean, yeah, I could sell that, but it's only 13 pence. I'll hold on to the shot put ball. There's another thing. Alright, antique Belma grave rifle. That might be worth selling.
Another time, perhaps. I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have. I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
True,
He
true.
doesn't know anything.
Can't say I'm a huge admirer of wild pines, and I can't say I trust any silver-tongued spokesperson of theirs. Fortunately, I have no reason to get involved. What should I have for it?
That's fair.
No, just people like that make everyone else see the world somewhat askew, at an angle that is convenient for them. Now, you have more questions, or I'll...
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Oh. Fuck.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God.
Damn it.
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was
Oh
odd.
God.
I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her.
Oh God.
Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
I'm real sorry.
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the Force. We have to find her.
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it right now. You'll just have to hope Everard wasn't lying, and the Union can track her down in time.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
That sounds like him.
And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind. Maybe. Shady looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it.
Huh.
They went their way. It was a trip, but you know, All sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
People as oleaginous as Everard seem like they're lying, even when they're really being truthful.
Of course.
Okay. So I could level up electrochemistry to try and roll for that, but I don't really care. Yeah, I don't really care.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
I should get back. It's late. I gotta get back to the hotel. It is late. I can come back here in the morning. Or tomorrow, just in general. I have a hunch who has the gun. There you go.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it? Well?
Alright. Here's 100 real. Slams bills down and kind of put choke on it. Here it is. Sorry for the trouble.
Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow.
How much is a nightly bill?
I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically at 9 p.m.
They lock automatically at 21? Good lord.
Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
Okay. I think I can get that.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
Alrighty.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Alright, sounds good.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
I know you smoked.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
I got you.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
How'd you get so cool, Kim?
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
Yeah, true.
Yet, were he to quit, he would lose the cool factor. This man relishes his cool quite a bit, below it all.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day. Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. I would say our initial inspection was very thorough, and we have solid leads to follow up on. In addition, we got that body down from the tree, and we performed the field autopsy on the victim. We found some things we can really work with. I still feel like we are missing something, and there's still work to do at the crime scene too. Now, as for interviews, my list of people to talk to here in Martinez, I mean. Including Everard Clare, a daunting adversary, if there ever was one. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however.
He's not saying much on the matter because he thinks you could have gotten more out of Everard.
Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name? That's a relief. That's normal. It's best not to give it too much thought. We didn't talk to the White Man's rep. We really must do that tomorrow. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
Well, yeah, I got things to do.
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until you get up tomorrow.
I don't know why I do the things I do, Lieutenant
It's
Kitsuragi.
impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange. They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Ravachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule. Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM. The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Ravachol. We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station call slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up. We are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal. That's an improbability, perhaps even impossibility. Precinct 41 is known for a higher than average rate of police violence. You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best. Yes, the last time was 4 years ago.
He has internalized it well. It's just that. A fact. A self-contained past event.
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them. The coalition government, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Ravachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Silence. A great comment to such a conundrum. The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed. They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world. What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day.
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Not really. Not really. I do have a lot of skill points that you probably fucking put in the stuff. happens if I like internalize this? Does it just take time? Or will it waste time?
Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something even a little feminine, but in a strict manner. Something like the dark blue, serious color of the early night sky above.
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me. The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen. Do you?
I don't.
We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes. Sadly, it is what we already are to the people of Martinez, most of them at least, especially the Union. Vigilantes. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging.
Alright, fuck it. Let's go. Okay, I got you. So, I want to go for this. Well, that means my visual calculus is fucked for a while. And also, I don't really care about learning about communism.
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses. The red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string from east to west as Revachol commutes back to the suburbs. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Monday is over. The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below. Kitsuragi's glasses light up as he looks to the sky. Two glowing circles.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno.
Ah, good old Kuno.
It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH. It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts. We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate. Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
Yeah.
He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Alright. Yeah, see you later, alligator.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Skills and encyclopedia to open this white check. But electrochemistry. Use chain cards to fix the faucet. Okay, hold on.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
28%? Jesus. Alright, well, let's level up Encyclopedia. $58%. I'll roll for that. Oh, I can't roll for either of those anyways. Well, let's level up interfacing, see if we can get a better roll. $42%. I'll roll for that.
The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll try again later. Oh wait, I can try that now?
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Okay. Whatever. I'll try to roll again later. Oh yeah, I can try Horseback Monument again though.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
I mean, you could like try to make your bed a little bit.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Crawl in.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep doesn't come.
But I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening. Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Alright, check the pillow.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. Smells of alcohol and sweat. And grease.
Check the
It
blanket.
barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here. Intimate and warm. Breathing.
Alright, let's go to the other
It's a
side.
little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep, and images start forming.
Don't go into the fog. Okay, there I am.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
No.
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question. Do you remember your wife's hand on your face? You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life? Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
No.
Oh no, Funky baby, you stayed. It was the rest of it that left. Or you just stood there, with one hand on the bottle and the other on your dick, watching it go. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours? They were only cramping your descent into the abyss. Now they're gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. All of it. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Islas. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history.
So Elysium is life. Oh, what the f...
You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up. No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots of the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed.
Stinky boy.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding? You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover. Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Hey, nice talk, my mind. Stop being my biggest hater, though.
Good going, buddy. Yes. Wait till you see the one with the chick in it. It's gonna be a good one.
Hey, thanks,
You
electrochemistry.
feel even worse this morning than you did last night. You don't know. Some broad that messed you up. It'll come to you. It always does. You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think. It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
What is speed?
Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover. How else did you think you even got up from this floor? It's power, man. It's professionalism. It makes you feel like you're young again and ready to detect. Ready to go to war against the world.
I'd rather not look for speed.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired. Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
Okay.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Okay, so sleeping doesn't progress that. So do I still level up twice? And this seems like kind of worth trying to roll for. Let's try to roll for encyclopedia again. But I can't do that before doing interfacing. Oh no, I can do either. All right, let's go. Oh no.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Oh, there we go.
In it, your face, adorned with the expression. It belongs in the new, the 3rd decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species.
Okay.
Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened. For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume le Million. If it doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right. Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
So I adopted it?
Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains. The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume le Million's regional mega hit, Don't Worry, Your Pretty Little Head. Sometimes you like to add finger pistols to the mix, because, unlike Guillaume le Million, you are a police officer. It's your nifty little way to say, I'm armed and dangerous.
How long ago was the new?
There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you, or anyone. 2 decades, if the calendar is to be trusted. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic.
Anything else like who I am, why did I become a cowboy?
You have some understanding of the near history of disco, plus the trivia you've picked up along the way. Episodic memory, however, remains in the dark. It may never return. You should prepare yourself for that.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return.
Okay. I mean, fuck it. Might as well try.
The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place.
Is what it is. Is what it is. Okay.
The door is closed. Still nothing.
Okay. Big meeting.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them. I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here, men who drink beer for breakfast, there's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them. I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it. Everything points to the dock workers' union. The belt used for hanging him, tracks in the mud, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information, which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy.
Let's roll.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Okay.
Just a moment.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm
Jim.
glad to see you again, dear.
Good day, ma'am. Everything alright?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
Ah,
The
jeez.
union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too. The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel. That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
But you have more important things to worry about.
So this expedition.
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect, but they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
This is Gary Person.
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come. I'd trust him with my husband's life any day. There's a nameless old fishing village nearby, but we've never had any trouble there before. There is a lot of crime around here, isn't there?
Yeah.
I can't say it's the best part of town, but I wouldn't worry too much about a pair of grown men traveling together.
Some fringe science is exactly what's needed right now. Spice up that vanilla murder investigation.
Are you sure we have time to go chasing after bug hunters just now? I did suggest we play it cool, but... if you say so.
Oh, thank you, officers. Truly, I'll be right here if you come across any sign of Morel.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
Yeah, I'm surprised you get a career out of it.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
The quality of research at Revacholian universities has been on the decline, but you doubt there was ever a time when cryptozoology was embraced by the academic elite.
Oh dear, I'm not sure where to begin. Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle. Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
Hey, thank you, Kim. Thank you.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case. We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow. By a dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident, and he'd just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
I hope I've been useful. Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Tell me about the insect.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but...
Ah yes, Phasmatodea. A diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, that sort of thing. Ghost insects, colloquially.
Where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast. Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you. It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all. Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
Alright, so we got a phasmid lying around.
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insul Indian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Okay, so we got an Insulindian phasmid running amok.
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
Good evening, Canis. Not gonna lie, I'm really thinking about a milkshake.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insul Indian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses.
So is it dangerous?
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
Is it
Oh,
valuable?
I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
Does it have cool powers?
Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years. Centuries, even.
It's like the fifth night of wanting a milkshake, I'll be honest.
Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special.
Hey, I'm into the fucking Insulindian phasmid. I'm into it.
Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
Alright, I'm not... See, I do want to roll to learn about some more cool cryptids, but it's a 28%, so I'm not going to roll for that right now. Yeah, she's talking about cryptids. Which I do want to learn about, but I don't want to roll on a 28%.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full-flavor cigarettes, clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
Yeah, I had a bunch of level ups, but I used them in order to keep rolling to fucking learn about this guy's, like, to learn about his problems, really.
It comes free with a six-pack of Vermilion Roy d'Or. The words Roy d'Or are stamped into the crown's plastic. The sentiment is called anti-centennial nostalgia, pining for a time before the turn of the century. It's common even now, after 50 years.
So you said I could, like, fuck around, or I could just talk to them? I'm just gonna, like, talk to them. What's good? Hold on. What's on the wall?
Over here.
What do you want, Elizabeth?
Let me handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
You're the gardener.
No, I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
So are you or are you not a gardener?
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
I'm not arresting. I mean, unless the guy says he, like, killed the guy.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our
That-
authority.
that's
we
also-
will make an arrest if we have to.
Kim, that's also so true.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everard sent to law school?
Are you that?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
Well, are you the gardener though?
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes. In the way she stands. In her face.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men. What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems? What are we going to do to you? The union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress. Aggressive, you make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
Just dock workers? Do dock workers spy on the police? We let you off easy, miss. Don't think it will happen again.
So are you a gardener?
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Right, yeah, but are you the gardener?
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
It's cool and funny.
Let's.
Okay. Hello.
This is where you say your bit.
Hello.
Detective.
We need to talk about the hangman out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that won't.
That's not... That doesn't make you sound good. I'm gonna be honest here, Titus.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real ripe and pretty for you.
Yeah, it took a while for people to get around to it. I mean, Kim just came into town the other day, so...
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
Don't call it pretty boy smell.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
Hold on, you tell... So you would have rather had a dead body be hanging off of a tree rather than have it cleaned up. That does not sound good on the record. I'm gonna be honest here, Titus.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Elizabeth, I don't need your comments.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match.
Alright, we got 2, 4, 6, 8. And can I look back at my notes? No. I'm pretty sure there were 8 sets, though.
Starting from the right, boot size 44, blonde man, in his 30s, overbearingly masculine, sitting on his right, standard working boots, size 45 or 46, eldest in the room, probably mid-50s, smoker, quiet.
That's a raw profile. That's a raw, like, picture of him.
Across, at the other table, hobnailed working boots, size 43, gang tattoos, Mesk or Sarah Mauritian, in his late 30s, early 40s. He spent his youth in Villa Labos, a housing project in the Jamrock Quarter. There were incarcerations, hard to say what else. The ink is fading, and then standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 46, the big dick, wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips, rugby cap, fingerless gloves, and numerous scars, a little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain, in the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum? On his neck. Forget it. It's not important.
I don't know what a plectrum is.
Let's call this one the musician. Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing. In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy. Boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He, alone, is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy. Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
Probably, maybe it's just her.
The fuck is with you, fella? The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor? Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him.
I gotta tell you, that was not hard to get a confession.
We did this together, all of us, until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck.
So you just confessed to murder?
Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
So you're saying that they came forth with the truth. So you're saying they did do it.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
So, does that work? I mean, I guess the law here ain't the best. But I feel like that doesn't usually work. Why did you kill him? You know?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
Alright.
And he stepped out of line.
Where's the line?
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
Bro, that means nothing to me.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
He put a live grenade?
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
I feel like you should focus more on the live grenade thing. Yeah, but what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
Alright, I see where you're coming from.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation? He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Anything fun happening so far? He got mind abilities, I guess.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started to come in here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grab one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Oh yeah, he had a dream of his biggest hater himself.
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Ay, ay, ay.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Nice. Good work.
Yeah, me and Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking listening?
You didn't say that though. You didn't say that though.
There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
No. You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
Okay.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Hey, I can tell you, Harry does not remember.
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the Coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
I might as well ask about Reunion.
The River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the Coalition, dubbed Reunion. by the inmates. The origin of the name is unknown.
Alright, I got you. I don't got you. I'm just doing my job. I'll keep it a buck. Keep it a buck 20 here. And he's gonna be mad about it. I mean, he's gonna be mad about anything I say, so you know.
Oh, so you are just a simple, well-meaning man, eh? Ever been in solitary? Prison is a charter. That's what it is.
I mean, yeah, it's not great.
So he's hanging a man, slowly, without breaking his neck.
That is, he's making a fair point as well.
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a hardy boy without arresting all hardy boys.
I mean, I hate to break it to you, that sounds great to me.
Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
Yes.
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
Who do you fucking think does?
Probably the old man. Yeah, I'll say the old guy just for fun.
Theo's a great guy, a great guy, but come on. Titus Hardy runs the Hardy Boys. That's why we're called the Hardy Boys, genius.
Well, you did a good job of singling him out.
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
Elizabeth, this is like a dog shit argument you're making. I hate to break it to you.
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Alright, so it wasn't premeditation at least.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean the representative for Wild Pines? The shipping company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper?
Hey, Kim, I hope you're writing some of this down. We are getting great evidence against them.
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
We are getting amazing evidence right here, Kim.
The autopsy showed there were no ligature marks. His hands were not tied. Can you explain that?
Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, Capo. I'll say it again. We killed him.
Okay.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clubbed him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
Is that accurate with the autopsy report, Kim?
That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first. Then see if it all adds up.
my fucking elbow, Copper. Samaran boxing style.
I'm calling your bluff. You did not.
Samaran boxing, or Sambo, is an eloquently violent set of one-on-one fighting moves originating from the Samaran Isola. Sambo style implies stealth, cleverness, and cool. He may be lying, but he's good at it. No twitching, no rushing, no uncalled for details.
Right fucking here. Eugene already told you that the fuck had started coming to our bar.
Yeah, man. Weren't you listening?
True, true. Well, this is a role I'd like to win. But you know, if I don't, oh well.
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But
First, tell me who's solid.
Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man, the least antsy of the bunch. Definitely not his first time being questioned by the police.
That was a big role.
This little rat-faced fellow is solid, too. Always fidgety, yes, but no change there. Him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice, or whatever he's got there.
This one is swimming profusely and has difficulty breathing. They smartly kept him out of conversation as far, definitely the weakest link in the chain. But stats, what do you use to not... Okay, I don't know. Hey, you turn a big guy, you having trouble breathing over there?
No.
Looks up startled, his forehead shiny from sweat. A few coiled locks are peeking out from under his warm woolen hat.
Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Ay.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
And fuck you, too, Copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet.
Okay.
Like what, Copper?
Well, apparently their argument of, like, you can't arrest us is working. So, I mean, what's the plan now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder.
Yeah, that too.
Even if it is a group responsibility, we're going to look into this.
Yeah, it seems some of their statements seem off. So,
good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Okay.
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy Boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here.
Okay, then the woman's involved. Okay.
Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy Boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl? Who might it be? Elizabeth? The gardener?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy Boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. End. You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Well, that's like a straight up threat, so...
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
Hey, you have a good day, man.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
Alright, have a good one. Enjoying your boy Gart? You're gonna have to remind me who Gart is. Yep. Spent like an hour talking to them. Good deal, good deal.
In the morning light, the white on blue police livery on the motor carriage cannot but catch your eye. Do something important? Something murder related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. This is a Caprice Canema, the Caprice Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful workhorse with its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox. The Canema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds and go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't give a fuck. Let's go roll for that horse statue though.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island.
Let's go.
Pointing toward, even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy. Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
Yeah, how do you blow through it?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
Yeah, that doesn't sound comfortable.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
What now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippian Blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays. And purple. Philippian cocaine was purple.
Okay.
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
Okay, so he's at the Insulindian Bay.
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum, a group of marble pleurons still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers. The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn of the century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces. Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit. People in Martinaise tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
What else fun to learn about? Fucking hell, I got like a million things to do. Yeah, there's like a million things to do. Say the suggestion is medium, but it was definitely a worse role than I want to go for.
A Stars Ryko, one of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever.
I'm not interested in the cars, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, they're yapping about the fucking strike and whatnot. Guess we'll head down this way. Oh, hold on. Let me go to the Freddy before I forget. The Freddy better be open at this hour. Okay, perfect. Hey, can I like cash this check?
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
What are you reading?
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Sure.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
I bet your hat would take the prize.
No. I don't like it. I hate it.
We are not the fashion police. We're the...
I don't know. Frit? A 7 to 11 grocery store?
Okay, so you open 7 to 11. Good to know.
I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
Classic.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but... wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir. Anything else I can do for you?
No, You don't work for the Union. The Union works for you by supplying you with cash. Blow the whole thing on speed and gin right now. Speed and gin. Great combo.
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
She looks up from under her brow.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
I gotcha.
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so... Not really. No. I didn't know him at all. I don't know, really,
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay.
Thanks, Kim. You're the best.
Reality? You mean, what reality? Economic reality, or...?
Yeah.
She is like a student unexpectedly called upon by a teacher. Can she answer the classroom question?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15.
15?
I don't know. What about it?
Oh,
Our government? Or do you mean something else? Sorry, I really need to finish this article. When ordinary people take over the government and, yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. At history, I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The clock shows the time at 10:09. The hands seem to be still. It's apparent the clock doesn't work.
We're in Frit? As mankind, or as a nation, or...
What will her essay prompt be?
Well, let's go mankind.
In a good place.
Let's go mankind.
I mean, science is doing great, and this radio computer thing seems to be kinda big. I don't know.
Alright.
Cool.
Well, thanks for your time. Anyways, I need some drugs.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs.
Here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel... Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
I only need 20 real for the night, so I can buy some more.
Okay, here. Okay, here. I hope Saint...
Alright, thank you for your time. I still don't have a freaking bag, which is unfortunate. Alright, well, you guys have a good strike. Anywho.
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra serious.
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Yeah, let's take a look at the sneakers.
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
I don't got that money.
Only? That's madness. Found ultra. Wear the future. You remember the slogan from some magazine?
No, let's look at the speakers.
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found ultras. Atop them, a small heat emboss on the veneer reads, Solidarity Aid from the People's Republic of Samara. The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here. These, officer? These speakers are Samaran garbage. I'm ashamed to even use them for props. Don't waste your time on them.
Samaran trash? That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic, produced under the dictatorship of the proletariat.
No way, officer! These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk. Well, if you want them... But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground.
If I find you someone else you could prop it up with, though, could we come to an agreement?
If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
Nah, no.
Damn. So you have to buy the sneakers first.
Hey, you have a good one, mate.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box. A variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun.
Bruh.
Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. A UV magnifier.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool, UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
They're perfect for concealing your bloodshot and baggy eyes. It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things on your face.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
Well, let's roll.
No luck. All you find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian, apparently. There's a malformed green frog on its bent cap.
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals.
I hope not.
You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe. No problem. Let's get you some real shades.
That's a silly hat. That's a silly hat. Let's get it.
Sporty and practical, officer. Good choice.
Hell yeah. Gloves. Nice. Nice.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Well, let's pull it.
You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then nothing happens. Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the sea interrupts the silence of the situation. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the waterlock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Yes.
Good morning to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them. His posture is relaxed. Despite his powerful build and a knife in his hand, this man resorts to physical intimidation only infrequently, if at all.
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh?
Yeah.
Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here.
Yeah, so
especially
true.
a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then. It's supposed to operate the waterlock, but as noted, it's all junk right now. Disabled because of the blockage. Safety measure. Turns out the panel needs a special key to be reactivated. Wouldn't want anyone moving the waterlock with debris still in the channel.
Yeah, that'd be no good. That'd be no good.
It'll be restarted on Wednesday morning. You want to do the honors when the time comes?
Do I ever?
Great! Just drop in on Wednesday if you want to see the waterlock at work. They say the canal crew will be here at 7:15.
Okay. I can do that Wednesday morning.
The coast part of the map is inaccessible until the third day.
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it.
It's a Steam version, yes.
Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins. Sure thing.
It is salty, it is savory, it is chewy. The hangover only makes the salami more tasty.
What a nice guy, just giving some of his salami.
Want some too, officer?
Why not?
What a nice chap.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
Okay, so... Alright, so to get to the other side, because I guess this map's a little antiquated, to get to the other side I need to bridge up, which means a fair amount of stuff I can't do until the third day, so I gotta do more stuff around here. Which is fair. I think the main thing I would want to do is talk to the fucking crazy ginger parentheses female, because she might have bought the gun.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
No, I don't want to know. But it seems like it's going to be one of those games that's kind of on a timer constantly. Which I don't know if that timer is infinite until you're able to go through the story, or if it's just finite and it ends at some point. Because I got a lot of stuff to do.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. Maybe.
Alright, let's roll for that. Fuckily ball.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider. The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head. 50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
Why not?
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
Hey, why not? Get a souvenir for the road.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb. Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hjelmdal burning.
It's a red Man from Hjelmdal t-shirt.
Hell yeah, man. I don't usually carry printed tees, but this one was just pure exemplar. A fan? No, I wouldn't go that far. But I do think the Hjelmdalaman saga is an integral part of our shared reality.
So true.
Most people don't think that the man from Hjelmdal really existed, but they're wrong. I mean, even if the man from Hjelmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
I got you.
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
It's for the best, because Hjelmdal is not a real place, and thus he could not have gone there. His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, let's sniff the t-shirt.
Smells like worn cotton, and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
So true, so true. How much?
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
You should.
+1 physical instrument, +1 shivers, -2 authority. That it's not impossible that that could come in handy.
Welcome to Hyundai, officer.
It's also kind of a fire shirt.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps. The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
That's fair.
Hey, I don't know where it came from, but it's not every day you get to buy and sell something so extraordinary.
Yeah, no, I'm not interested in the streetlight.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Is the Harman Welshie W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel formats, 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real. If police work means playing tapes, sure, you can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
Okay.
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
Equip this to play tapes. Do I have any tapes? No. That is probably worth getting, but I don't have the most money right now. Granted, I could sell the antique rifle because I really don't think I'll need it. Yeah, I'll sell the rifle and buy that.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Holy shit, I can really roll for this.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Perolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Why are they naming their drugs after, like, fucking dragons?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Probably like visual calculus or conceptualization. They're usually on the nose.
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature. Perolidon is just something I You know, since the People's Pile disaster.
What's the People's Pile
I was
disaster?
with the Emergency Relief Brigade. Had to take it for radiation sickness.
He's taking it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere.
Classic.
Probably some of it in you too.
Classic.
The People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator that failed immediately after entering service, releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance.
Oh, Encyclopedia is also a good internal mod. Really, any okay, Rhetoric's kind of speaking bullshit. Drama's pretty good for lying, though. Yeah, most of Intellect is pretty sensible. What is the particle decay generator?
A primitive nuclear reactor, also called a pile.
Classic nuclear reactor.
Construction began during the Commune of Revachol. The people continued work on it after the Commune fell. They wanted a cheap source of energy for Revachol West. Needless to say, things didn't work out. An emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion. Both the faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the catastrophe.
Classic nuclear meltdown.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized, tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out.
The reptilian brain. That could honestly be like too many of these.
There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick. There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. And why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile.
True.
So much disappointment. And early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could. No one's. Everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
It always goes to shit.
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Ooh, and I can level up again. Very nice.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Can you share your Pyre Holoden with me? You know what? I'd rather not ask him for drugs.
Sure thing. Sure, man.
I'm not gonna bother him asking for drugs. He gave me the whole story already. walk there. Can I walk down in here? What the hell? Okay, they're down here, you're down here. Alright, this is the bookstore. Yeah, this is a bookstore. Okay. Alright, so I could talk to them, might do that in a bit. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, there's some big cracks. Hey, are you guys here? Hey, Kuno. Oh right, yeah, I wanted to look at that body too. Hey, you.
Can't believe you didn't take the shot. Fucking coward. Waved a gun like a clown. Next time you point that shit at me, you better take the shot.
Her knuckles have turned white, holding onto that fence. She's been here for days, seething.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. Mad.
Okay. I guess you don't want to talk. Hey, Kuno.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
Yeah.
He fucked the tree up. Fucked it good. It was porno.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, Pigonaut.
Okay, 17%. Not the worst odds. Pretty horrible though, but not the worst odds.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Do I have it? Okay, I could level up empathy. Do I have like stuff I can wear that'd be good for empathy? No. Alright, what was it with the body?
The man is deep. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Great, my odds went down. Great, fucking awesome. My odds went down. Cool. Maybe just try and roll for it and then fucking bag it up. Because I thought my odds might go up, but nope, they've only gone down tenfold. Thanks a lot. Yeah, fuck it. We need to get the body out of here anyways. Let's just roll for it.
The man is the lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen. You pull down his breeches. Marbling is present around the crotch. The penis.
Can't get enough of that dick.
Do you think we missed something? Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination. And hey, wasn't there a giant ice bear sarcophagus?
True.
Now, detective, I've rarely been disappointed by the size of a giant ice bear fridge, but I think we should still take a look at it first. make sure it's big enough before we carry him over. Let's move. With every hour, whatever we are looking for in the deceased will become harder to find.
Okay. Let me look back at the size of the bear fridge. Kim is such a good chap.
The bear's eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside the fridge, slowly melting. The power has been cut off.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it's more than big enough and cold enough. Honestly, it's perfect. All we have to do is plug the fridge back in.
Alright, beautiful. Now while we're here, right? What are my odds here?
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream You slip your... No. This is going to... If you want to try again.
Equip the pry bar.
Yada yada.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
And which did you say went to which?
Both cables are unplugged from the breaker box.
I think the red cable went to the ice cream.
Somewhere, a machine hums along with the current, happy and contented.
Other way around.
Only the black cable is plugged into something close.
Why did you do that?
The lieutenant, Ray, a giant electric mammal, awakens. The dead body is going to be safe in the embrace of its cold innards.
Great. The owners of this building will just have to keep paying for the electricity sucked up by this monstrosity a little longer. Let's return to the fridge.
They didn't give a fuck before. I mean, the pry bar is not, you know, doing great. Did I ever get the keys from that guy?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in. With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Just a feeling. A warning from some part of you.
Okay, Inland Empire.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows. The methodology in your fingers. You're used to this. No, searching for evidence in the trash. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air. Are these the victim's clothes? The smell is not nearly as bad as the cadaver. These clothes could not have been in contact with the deceased for more than 2 days after his death.
Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay.
Okay.
Drop them in here, officer. Yes, if we're still assuming the clothes were taken off to get to the armor, they must have stripped him of it fast, the scavengers. In a matter of days.
I got you,
Guitar marked blue jeans. Bucket empty. or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Yay, pus shirt.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Oh, you don't want to talk to Kuno? That's my main man.
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
The fuck's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, what's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes. Written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
I don't know what this is.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there.
Nice.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
I've been cramming my styles before blowing quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bullying to begin. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away. Somewhere for I threw it in the trash. I don't know. I'm boring. We're not talking about it right now.
Boring. Try dangerous. You should do a thorough inventory of that. Be sure some has not fallen into the hands of the RCM's enemies, organized crime or worse. Official notes sometimes contain informants' names, even undercover operatives.
Alright, I'll do that.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
Oh, that's not the inventory. The mug. Give me the mug.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron, only in its social sensibility.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Alright, good deal.
The trash container stands in the spring snow.
Well, I hope you locked it back.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here?
I'll read about the racist mug later and the damaged ledger later. Let's get this body into the fridge.
The man is decomposing. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Where's the option to put them in the fridge?
Yes?
The man is the lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
So you're telling me I need to level up perception in order to roll for it again to waste it, and then I can go store the body? Fucking okay, dude. You said you want perception? Well, I got it, so fucking wubba lubba dub dub.
The man is the lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. You really ought to wait until the cadaver is refrigerated. Digging around in this mess now is proving hopelessly difficult.
That's what I want to do. That's literally what I want to do. How do I do that?
Shoot, Looney Rooney. Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
But how do I fridge it?
I thought we decided...
Damn it. Okay, so you can sneak out of your room maybe, after he's gone to sleep.
Do I need to be empty-handed?
The man, the lieutenant, adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
How do I move the body?
The bear's eyes are still glowing red.
Of course. I'll take the head, you take the feet. It's not going to be the
two of you. The body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the butcher. Then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
That's so fucking stupid.
Beautiful. A dead body in a nice bare fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
You've definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
No, not really. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in a nice bare fridge. This story does not leave this room. Did we though? Okay, maybe we did. At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Yep. Let's try again.
You touch the dead man's body. His skin is cold, light blue and silvery in the light of the fridge. You still have no idea where to begin, or what to even do with him.
It'll come to you sooner or later. At least he's safe here until then.
Okay. 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 Great. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, we'll have to try for that later then. Yeah, well, I got a bunch of random civilians to interview and some other places in town I think I still need to explore. Then I gotta wait till tomorrow so I can get to the other part of the town. And I'd like to conduct another autopsy on that body, but I keep putting points in the perception. I can only level it up 3 times, and it keep getting screwed by the rolls. Well, not really screwed by the rolls. It was like a 17%, but it's really unfortunate that I wasted one of the perception levels because it made no sense that you would interact with the fridge to move the victim's body to the fridge rather than interact with the body. But you know, that's how it goes. Anyways, go with that. I think I'll call it a night there. I might pick up something else alongside this game, because this game's just a lot of reading, which is fine. Maybe I'll do some more mahjong alongside it. Who knows? Oh, yeah. Have a good night.